Hello everybody, this is White Raven. Welcome to my channel. And today's collective reading is the question for today's collective reading. I have actually been trying to come up with a few, but I think the best question for today would be, how will this current situation, whatever it is, change if you accept it the way it is? Because the first step to changing something, to transforming something, is acceptance, is to accept it fully, as if there is a possibility that it will never change. That's what true acceptance means. To accept something means to take it in and acknowledge that it is there and there is a possibility that it will not change. But regardless of whether it will change or not, we accept it. We accept it the way it is. Let's say we have a partner who has bad temper. It would be unwise and on a insane side to not accept the fact that they have bad temper. And we all do that when we get into a relationship. We try to change another person, or we hope that they will change. But this is insanity. Accepting the fact that they are who they are and loving them for who they are is the only way. And that doesn't mean that we think to ourselves quietly, oh, well, if I accept them, they might change. Yes, that is a possibility. But the moment you're thinking to yourself, if I accept them the way they are and I love them through this, whatever they are, they will change. That is not true acceptance. You accept this table the way it is without needing it to change. You accept your child and love your child the way they are without needing them to change. This is true acceptance. So the moment we want something to change and we sneakily manipulate the situation or ourselves by saying, okay, I'll accept it first and then maybe it will change, we're not really accepting it. So today, taking in consideration that we are fully accepting the situation the way it is, regardless of whether it will change from there or not, but the first step is always to accept. Okay, I fell into a hole while I was walking home. We have to accept that we're in a hole in order to get out of it. We can't get out of the hole if we're not accepting that we're there. And by accepting the fact that we have fallen into a hole without thinking like, oh, now that I have accepted, maybe I miraculously will just reverse the situation and I will end up on the road next to the hole. No. First, we accept the fact that we're in a hole, and then we call someone and say, hey, I fell into a hole. That takes true acceptance. So we have to admit that we're in a hole. And then from there, if there is a course of action to change the situation, we will absolutely take it. But without accepting it, we cannot go anywhere. So accepting first. So the question is then, how and will, if it will, the situation change once we have fully accepted it? So we will begin. All the decks that we will work with will be in description of the video, below the video. Today we have 6 decks that we might be working with. I don't know yet. But let's begin. Uncross your legs, uncross your arms, bring your energy back into this moment, into this room. There's nowhere else to be. Coming back here now, taking a few deep breaths in. And first we're going to see what the situation is. So this is a collective reading. Please listen to what I'm saying, and if it doesn't resonate, then this is simply not your reading. So what is this current situation that needs accepting? What is this current situation that needs accepting, that needs to be accepted? What is the situation we're talking about? Let's have a look. duality, some sort of duality. Excuse me, my camera is doing some weird things. It's a duality whereby you don't know what to do. There's a lot of emotional confusion and a lot of what do I do? To be or not to be? To stay or to go? Okay, what is this duality about? What is this situation about? Why so much duality? Do I stay or do I go? I'm hot and cold. Do I stay or well, yes. Okay, so seems like the situation is about you trying to decide whether to stay or whether to go. Whether to be, whereby you going in between these two states of mind, of being, passionate and creative and fiery and in touch with your own nature and sexuality, or where you go in your head and you become this stone cold, completely logical, shut off from your desires and emotions kind of person. So okay, why are you shifting so much between these two states, and where are you thinking of going, or what is the, do I stay or do I go? What is this about? Where are you planning on staying, or where are you planning on going? What is the doubt? Yeah, no idea what to do. I need help. I'm all alone in this world and no one is there to help me. Okay, a lot of confusion. You also feel completely crushed and exhausted, and something to do with your family. Yeah, something to do with your family. Marriage, family. Okay. Why is this marriage or family causing you so much doubt, so much sadness, so much trouble? Why do you feel so alone? And why are you currently asking yourself a question, to be or not to be, to stay or to go? This marriage is bringing you a lot of headache. There have been a lot of arguments that have caused you to want to simply run away. Oh, la, 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 la. Okay, and the partner obviously is a no-show. He's not showing up. Why is he not showing up? Let's try to see. Is the person that is involved in this marriage or partnership aware of your current state of doubt and duality, whereby you no longer know whether you want to stay or to leave? Is this partner of yours aware of all those doubts, questions, and all of this duality that is happening inside of you, whereby you almost split into two people? Passionate by night, maybe when everybody is asleep, and cold-hearted during the day. Is your partner aware of this current struggle of yours? Yes, and he's feeling defensive. He's also feeling quite emotional and unsure of what is going on. And he's feeling a little bit powerless in this situation between you two. Okay, why? What has happened between the two of you that has caused this defensiveness, this situation where he is on guard and he's got his sword and you've got your sword up, and both of you are kind of at war with one another? What has happened? What has happened between you two to cause this war? The balance has been lost. The balance has been lost. There have been a lot of unfairness. Is this... For someone, this is something to do with a child. So this looks like a triangle. And the triangle is husband, wife, and child, and possibly, we're not blaming a child, but unhealthy boundaries with the child, where these unhealthy boundaries between a mother and a child, obviously, cause this loss of balance between, loss of equilibrium, loss of balance between the two people that are partners. Okay. What can be done to change and heal and transform this situation, if anything? A lot of painful things have been said. A lot of damage has been done. There is distance between you, like a whole world between you, whereby so much has been said, so much hurt has been caused, that no one has the energy to try anymore. Everybody is tired, and you guys just don't see a way out. Okay. Then what is the next step to take? What is the next step? If we take this one step at a time, what is the next one step that you can take towards the right direction to set the wrongs right and to heal this situation? What is the next step that you both or separately can take, just one step, one day at a time, to heal and right this situation? Each one of you have to move into excuse me, separate directions, not in the sense that we're talking here about breaking up, but each single one of you has to go inwards to heal whatever is causing you to act the way you do. So we all have our own issues that we come into relationships with, and everyone has to go inside and do some soul searching and some healing to come out of this feeling of being trapped. Everyone has to move inwards, go inwards, and find what is it that needs to be healed. Okay, so then the question is, are you... Okay, let's maybe take another deck. Are you willing to do the work? To go inside and do the work that is needed? Are you willing, ready to do the inner work that is needed? Is it something that you are willing to do, the inner work? Yes. You are. You are. You have been meditating, attempting some healing. It is a little slow, but this is not about obviously rushing it. It's something that takes time. You have been doing the work. You have been obviously, you have the tools that you use in order to actually look inside into the dark mirror of your soul and see what is it that you need to let go of, what is it that you need to heal, where is it that you need to love yourself to healing. So there has been some spiritual work, inner work that you have been doing. Okay, is your partner willing to do the inner work that it requires to shift this situation between the two of you? Is he willing, or is he possibly already doing the work needed? Internal work, internal healing, to be able to change the dynamics between the two. Is your partner willing or currently doing any self-work? There has been a lot of pain in his past, and from his childhood, the burden that he carries, that is, if he will be transformed and reborn or awakened, the time is now. There are still a lot of old beliefs, outdated beliefs, childhood traumas, old patterns and programmings that are in there. Finally, he has came out to us, that he carries from his childhood. But he loves you, and he is... There is still a part of him that is hoping that maybe he can just get away from it and just pretend that nothing ever happened and it will work out even without him doing it. But when the judgment card has come, there is no way back. So the awakening has begun. And once it does begin, there is nothing that you can do. It's not a fast process. There is obviously a lot of holding backs. There's always a lot of places where we feel trapped within ourselves, where places that we have parts of ourselves that we have fragmented, separated, and hid away. But he's willing to do the work. Okay, so this person is your partner, obviously. King of Pentacles, someone who is very much down to the ground, both feet stable on the ground, possibly has his own business, possibly makes good income. Because he's King of Pentacles, everything is very slow. Everything has to be... The Pentacle people are like Earth people. They are not, for instance, like wands or cups, almost etheric, you know, balloons that you have to hold down because they are so connected to their soul and they're so interested in spirituality that they're like helium balloons that you need to hold down, otherwise they fly away. So if this is your partner, this is your husband, it might take him time because he will be dealing it in his own terms. He won't go take ayahuasca or LSD, or he won't go take peyote, see shamans and dance naked in under the moonlight to purge his demons. No, he will do it his way, and his way might be not your way, and it might take him a long time. And this is where the question comes: are you willing and ready to accept the fact that he might never change as fast or as dramatic as you would want him to change? Are you willing to accept him the way he is right now and love him? I think this is what it always comes to, right? We all grow at our own speed, and nothing can be forced. The moment we begin forcing one another to do growing and changing because I want you to do so, that's when the problems start. So, are you willing to accept the fact that he will be changing and growing with on his own speed, on his own terms? And are you willing to stick around while he's doing that? Is this good enough for you? And you don't know. You are not sure. You're not sure whether you're strong enough. You're not sure whether you want to stay, whether you want to go. You see how much duality is here? And you are very passionate, have cold feet kind of person. So you're always ready to go. When things don't go your way, you're always ready to go. That doesn't mean that you are not loyal, but because you are so impulsive, you might be, maybe you have waited long enough and now you feel like I can no longer wait. So you are really in a place whereby you don't know whether you want to be around anymore for his transformation to happen. Okay. You've been looking out of that window for a while and thinking whether this is something that I need and want. Why? Why are you doubting? And why are you unsure whether you want to stick around and continue being with this person? Because you need passion, you need strong connection, you need charisma, you need joy, you need fire, you need real burning twin flames kind of relationships. You need to feel this. You need to have this in your relationships. You need someone playful, someone alive, someone passionate about life, someone who enjoys simple things, someone who finds joy in everyday life, someone who is simply happy to be alive. Okay, well, I assume that you are not seeing this in your partner. What kind of person is your partner then? If this is something that you need, then why are you with this person if he's not the type of person that you want in your life? What is the personality of your current partner? Or why do you feel like you are lacking these qualities, or he is lacking those qualities? Is your partner not the type of person that we just described? It's like his heart has been broken, and there is a lot of things that he needs to work through. He's someone that likes good life, likes beautiful life, likes to have a nice house, likes to travel, likes to have a good car, likes to have a good life. But I don't see here anything. I think he is the kind of calm and stable type. That's what it is. Yeah, and he's an introvert possibly as well. So obviously, and he's also tired. Why is he tired? He's been traveling a lot. He's been traveling a lot, I assume, to provide for you. And yeah, he's been traveling a lot and he's tired. All right. Well, then the ultimate question is to stay or to go. So obviously you have all those doubts, so let's ask the question: how will your life look like if you choose to stay with this person? Obviously you have a kid or kids together. How will your life look like, let's say 3 years from now, if you choose to stay with this current partner? Will you be happy? How will you be feeling? How will your life look like if you choose to stay? You will feel alone, and you will still be asking yourself the same question: to stay or to go, and you already know it. Okay, and your life will be exactly where it is right now. Not much change. You will be feeling exhausted, drained, and unsure of whether you made the right decision. Okay, how will your life look like 3 years from now if you choose to go? How will your life look like 3 years from now if you choose to go? You will find the passion that you're looking for. You will find the love you're looking for. You will it will be very emotional. You will be definitely happy, and you will be happy and content within yourself. Whether this person is actually, this Knight of Wands is the person that you will find this love with, or whether the passion and the creativity and the love that we're talking about here is your own love. You're a very emotional person, so you need constant, like Ouroboros, you need constant death and rebirth, constant creation and destruction. And so you will be living this life of inner truth, whereby whatever is no longer working for you, you go on and destroy without any fear and recreate yourself anew. You will be living your truth. You will be living according to your heart, according to your soul. You will be following your own passion and your truth. Let me just see something. Can you please clarify the Tower? Yeah. You will be living your most honest, deepest truth. And you will be out of this place of duality. Okay, then the initial questions that we had, this current situation where obviously you want to leave. Okay, before that, let's ask one question. Why then are you doubting? Why are you questioning and doubting whether you should leave? What makes you doubt? What makes you hesitate? You don't know if you have what it takes to succeed on your own in the world. You are not sure. It's like you're afraid that you will go out in there and get crushed by the tough world of man that we live in, where possibly you will have to go out and maybe get a job. And so the initial desire and energy is there, but you are not quite sure whether you really have what it got, or you're just gonna end up being crushed by the world and crawling back and asking for forgiveness. You don't know if you have what it takes to go after your dreams. And you're afraid to break the family also. Okay. Then the initial question that we were going to ask. How will this situation change if you accept it? The situation where you want to go, but you are too afraid to go. You don't feel like you have what it takes to leave. Where you still feel, although the desire is there, and you don't feel good enough where you are any longer, but you're scared and you are unsure, and the weight of responsibility or fears to destroy the family is holding you down, or maybe the weight of not succeeding in the world is holding you down. So how will this situation change if you simply accept it the way it is. I am here now. I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I have what it takes to leave. And I can no longer lie to myself and pretend that staying is an option, because staying is a lie that you can feel in your gut. So if you simply accept that you are in this hole that we were talking about earlier, you were walking on the road and you fell into a hole, how will this current situation change and transform if you accept it? Simply accept it. This is where I am right now. Fully accept it and spend maybe a few days, few weeks just accepting it. This is where I am. I can no longer stay and I'm not ready to go. How will it change? Your intuition will let you know when it's time to take action. You will know when it is time to take action. Right now is not the time to take any action. Right now is the time to wait out, to just let it be the way it is. The world will come to you. So if you simply allow the time and allow yourself to accept it without taking any actions right now, just be with things the way they are, you will know what to do. You will know what is next. So patience and stillness. Right now is not the time to act, but when the time is right, you will know what to do. And right now, although you feel like you are in this globe looking out from the inside into the world and feel that you no longer can stay inside this globe, right now is not the time to act. Now is the time to accept and take time to be with it. You don't have the resources right now. Something is still holding you back. Possibly lack of resources at this particular time. Could be money, could be physical resources. Maybe you're tired, maybe you have too much work, maybe you're not emotionally strong enough. Help will come, and when the time is right, you will literally see a possibility, a chance, the right moment to take action. But now is not the time. Okay. What else? Any particular advice? What else? So really, now is the time to simply accept and be honest with yourself. This is where I am, because acceptance is the key. Sometimes we lie to ourselves. We can live with the lie our entire lives. We too afraid to acknowledge or admit to ourselves that the love is no longer there, the relationship has worn out, we are not the people that we used to be, and we just lie because that means we have to rebuild everything anew. So just accepting your feelings and that this is where you are and allowing yourself to feel it is already massive. It's not the time to make decisions when you feel confused and unsure. Really allow yourself to feel what has to be felt and be honest with yourself. be fair or be honest with yourself. It's not the time to hide the truth. Now is the time to be strong. Now is the time to be, because honesty, emotional honesty with yourself is really something that takes a lot of strength to accept that I am here right now. You have to be strong enough to accept that this is how I feel. Even though I know how I feel, I have no idea what to do right now. And this requires enormous amount of strength and honesty with yourself. And just because you're accepting something doesn't mean you have lost. Acceptance is not it's not surrender, and acceptance is not losing the battle. It's not giving up. It's simply accepting that this is what it is right now, and this is something to do about your current relationship, about your marriage. Absolutely. Yes, about your partnership. So things will change when time is right. It will transform. It's inevitable. This is not something that you have imagined. This is not something that you have created. It's something that it's like a destiny. It's something where it's a natural flow of life, where this situation will take itself exactly where it needs to take itself when the time is right. So acceptance for now is the way forward, and the situation will change and you will know what to do next. So right now, simply accepting where you are, what you feel, and allow yourself to feel it all. And I know it might be hard. I know it's something that it's hard to do if you're with someone in relationships where you no longer want to be, where you constantly doubt if this is the right place for you, where you feel you're no longer living your truth. You're starting to realize that, and you become more and more honest about it with yourself. I know it's not an easy place to be, because it might feel like just staying and doing nothing feels like a lie, but it's not, because you're not doing nothing. You are accepting and acknowledging all and everything, every single feeling, every single thought. I am here in this situation. This is how I feel. And then there is always the grief, there is the pain, there is the realization that it has ended, and we have to process that as well, so that you are really clear whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. Because sometimes when we just act on emotional impulses and we run because it's easier, we end up either regretting it or doubting whether we made the right decision. So acceptance is the key right now. And we don't ask ourselves questions like, how long will it take? Well, I've accepted enough. Is it the time now? You will know. You will get the hint. You will get that whisper. You will get that you will hear that still little voice of your heart. You will hear your intuition that will tell you, now is the time. To make changes now, or this is the next step that you have to take. So few words from the oracle before we close. Advice. You've been wearing a mask for quite a while, and the world is simply a reflection of our actions. So this man in your life, this partner of yours, is now showing up in your life as a teacher, to teach you something, to teach you to take the mask off and to be as vulnerable, as open and honest, and as genuine as a child. And the vulnerability and honesty and openness comes first from within. So in order for this situation to change, in whichever way it's going to change, whether you will end up staying or going, you have to take the mask off. You have to accept where you are right now and how you're feeling. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to appreciate the person that is in your life right now, because he has come to teach you a life valuable lesson. And once you accept it and you feel that wherever you are right now is the right place to be, this was not a mistake, that everything that took place had to take place and it's perfect exactly the way it is, things will change. Okay, I hope this has given you some clarity. It has gotten a little bit long. I hope you will find the strength within yourself to accept the situation the way it is without attempting to change it or manipulate it, because acceptance is accepting it fully, regardless of whether it's going to change. And be strong. I know it's not an easy one. This was White Raven. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I wish you the best. May this situation resolve in the best way for everyone.